of 2025, y'all. Hey everybody, and welcome back to my channel, Bookmarked by Aaliyah. Welcome if you're new here. Y'all, this is the first book haul of 2025. I treated myself to some books for Christmas, after Christmas, maybe for New Year's, whatever. I don't even know how many books this is, maybe like 12 to 14. So let's get into this unboxing and see what gems I have. I already opened this bag, so let me just do this one first. I had other stuff in here, so that's why it's already open. But when I did my best reads of 2024, I talked a lot about Daisy Jones and the Six. And y'all were in the comments like, you have to get this book. You have to read it. You have to read it. So I got it, y'all. Only book I haven't read by Taylor Jenkins Reid. So we are going to get into this. This one is about Carrie Soto, famous tennis player. She made her appearance in Taylor Jenkins Reid's book, Malibu Rising, which followed a group of siblings at this house party. But she was the girlfriend, I think, of one of the brothers, if I'm not mistaken. And it's all about her life. I mentioned in the previous video I did not like Carrie Soto, and I had no intentions on reading anything about her because she was a very unlikable character to me, in my opinion. She seemed real like badass, you know, but it was, I didn't like her. But y'all are telling me I need to read this. So I'm intrigued and I want to read it. So I'm just going to read a little bit of all these books because sometimes reading just gets too long. Carrie Soto is a force, and her determination to win at any cost has not made her popular. But by the time she retires from tennis, she's the best player in the world. She's the best player the world's ever seen. She has shattered every record and claimed 20 Grand Slam titles. If you ask Carrie, she's entitled to everyone. She sacrificed nearly everything to become the best, with her father, Javier, as her coach, a former champion himself. Javier has trained her since the age of 2. But 6 years after her retirement, Carrie finds herself sitting in the stands at the 1994 U.S. Open, watching her record be taken from her by a brutal, stunning player named Nikki Chan. In spite of it all, Carrie Soto was back for one final epic season. This riveting and unforgettable novel, Taylor Jenkins Reid tells her most vulnerable, emotional story yet. I'm all for vulnerable. I'm all for emotional. Carrie Soto is back. These boxes, y'all, they were just coming and coming and coming. And it's to the point I don't know what's in these boxes. So it's Christmas all over again. So first, in this one is The Wrong Heart. Moolah. The Wrong Heart by Jennifer Hartman. Y'all know how I feel about Jennifer Hartman. And I need a feel because I haven't read anything since I read And the Thorns Remain. This one is about, I'm not going to read all back. I'm just going to kind of give you what I think it's about from what I remember reading. A woman's husband passes away, and he was a organ donor. His heart goes to somebody to save their life. She ends up tracking down who got the heart, and then a relationship forms between them. Kind of stalkerish. No questionable why you would do that, but I want to see where it goes. And I just love the way her books feel, y'all. They're just always so thick and just, I don't know. Jennifer Hartman. Then in here I have, okay. So these are 2 questionable books. Y'all know I've been trying to step out of my comfort zone. I stepped out a little bit with historical fiction, but these 2, I'm questioning my sanity. If you know, you know. If you don't, I'll tell you a little bit. These are just questionable books. I'm not going to read the back of both of these, but these are very dark. They're dark romance. They're questionable romances. They're taboo romances. Lola, if you don't get away from there, over there, they're taboo and probably shouldn't be reading them. Who would even write something like this? Kind of want to dip in your brain to see why you would write something like this. More importantly, why do I want to read this? So, very dark. Very questionable, very taboo. Then I have another one that I'm questioning why I even bought it. And I might send it back. If y'all read this and you feel like I should read it, let me know. Luster by Raven Lalani. I have no idea why I got this. It was in my Amazon cart for so long, so I just added it to the main cart and I bought it. I don't even remember what it's about. But I think this is another dark, questionable story. I think it's about a young girl who forms a relationship with an older male, an older married male that has an open marriage. She ends up like intertwining in their life some kind of way, and they have a black daughter. I think the couple is white, but they have a black daughter. Some kind of way she gets into this family, but she has a relationship with the husband. that has an open marriage. I don't really know. But here we are, 2025, stepping out that box. Then I have Keep You to Myself, Brianne Dene. I keep hearing that it's a really, really good read. This one and Demon's Dream, I was going between the two. I just started with this one. Demon's Dream might be in the future, I don't know, but this is an urban romance. Chaotic peace was the only way Synovie Black could explain his life to those who had questions. He never understood why they asked because an answer was never given. It was none of their business. For her, he'd break down, however, weave through the complexities of his upbringing, urging her to get comfortable and reside in chaos by his side. His world became hers, and she became his. Flawed, but perfect in her eyes, Torrin Kane adapts to Synovie's meek yet assertive presence, breaking down barriers, making his standoffish personality open up to her. She finds a crack in his wounded heart, gains comfort, and remains. Simplistically, Torrin eases his troubled mind. She becomes someone Synovie cherishes, making him not want to ever share her with anyone else. So this is going to be a cute romance, I hear. I don't think it's going to be like a crazy amount of drama, but I'm here for it, and I want to read it. So this is another one that really piqued my interest. I kept seeing it on Goodreads. It's by Donna Hill, I Am Aya, The Way Home. I'm going to read a little bit of the back for this one just because it's like not really like a popular book. I just saw it. A couple of people that I know read it and said I had to read it. So here we are. Alessandria Fleming has spent most of her life running from her past. Her budding photography career, her life in Manhattan, all serve to distract from the secrets and guilt she's never been able to face. Then the call. Her estranged father is in the hospital, and Alessandra must return home to Sag Harbor, crumpling the first wall between her past and her present. For some, coming home is a relief. For Alessandra, it's a reminder of the family she's lost, of the time she'll never regain again. But the answers and secrets of her family are hidden in the house, waiting for her. And the only one who may be able to help her uncover them is her father's neighbor, Zach, who brings with him an attraction that's intense and instantaneous, yet oddly familiar. Now Alessandra is being pulled back not only by her own complex family history, but into the rich documented lives of 4 extraordinary women. Generations touched by tragedy and triumph, despair and hope. And it's in these aching echoes of the past that Alessandra's own story, her mistakes, and her capacity to love will take shape, guiding her to the life she's meant to live and the extraordinary person she'll become. This just seems like it's going to be like a really cozy, not coming of age, but you know what I mean? Like something you're going to see a lot of growth in, something you're going to get some like family secrets that shaped her to who she is. I'm really not sure, but I'm ready to dive into this one. And it's just not a very popular author to me. So I thought I'd just let you guys know about this. I cannot remember who read this book, but I kept seeing it on Goodreads. And I'm like, I need to pick this up. Let's get to these boxes. Then I have The Wedding People by Allison Espach. Is that how I say it? Allison Espach. This seems like it's just going to be one of those, like I said, cozy reads. Winter cozy reads. I feel like this probably is a book you could read at any point, probably in the summer as well. It's a beautiful day in Newport, Rhode Island, when Phoebe Stone arrives at Grand Cornwall Inn wearing a green dress and gold heels. Not a bag in sight. Alone. She's immediately mistaken everyone in the lobby for one of the wedding people, but she's actually the only guest at the Cornwall who isn't here for the big event. Phoebe is here because she dreamed of coming for years. She hoped to shuck oysters and take sunset sails with her husband. Only now she's here without him, at rock bottom and determined to have one last decadent splurge on herself. Meanwhile, the bride has accounted for every detail and every possible disaster the weekend might yield except for, well, Phoebe and Phoebe's plan, which makes it that much more surprising when the two women can't stop confiding in each other. It turns absurdly funny and devastatingly tender. Allison Espach's The Wedding People is ultimately an incredible, nuanced, and resonant look at the winding paths we take to places we never imagined, and the chance encounters it sometimes to reroute us. This just sounds like it's going to be funny. It sounds like it could be heartbreaking in some points. It just sounds like it's going to be a really cute read, and I cannot wait to get into this. So many people have read this book. So many people have given this such high ratings that I want to be a part of the party. So I don't want to miss out. I mean, feel like nothing in it. just my Kindle case. So I got a new Kindle, you know, like the silicone case that goes on the back. I got some stickers. I got a pop socket for Christmas. So I just wanted to switch up my Kindle because my Kindle is like one of the open, like a book, you know, you open it up. But I wanted to try it out like with the pop socket because just I never had it. So I've had my Kindle for a while and I've never like switched it up for real. So I just got my Kindle case. Nothing to do with a book haul. All right. Last box. Just got a few in here. All right, y'all. So I have Wild Women and the Blues by Denny S. Bryce. This is another one that's not really well known. But when I see it on Goodreads, you know how like when you're scrolling on Goodreads, how it says like recommended for you, this one popped up. And then I saw that one of my book friends was reading it too. They seem to enjoy it. And I want things, like I said, that are a little bit different from what I normally read. I believe this is a historical fiction. 1925. Chicago is the jazz capital of the world, and the Dreamland Cafe is the ritziest black and tan club in town. Honoree Dalcour is a sharecropper's daughter, willing to work hard and dance every night on her way to the top. Dreamland offers a path to the good life, socializing with celebrities like Louis Armstrong and filmmaker Oscar McCoe. Whatever. But Chicago is also awash in bootleg whiskey, gambling, and gangsters. A young woman driven by ambition might risk more than she could stand to lose. 2015. Film student Sawyer Hayes arrives at the bedside of 110-year-old Honoree Dalcour, still reeling from a devastating loss that has taken him right to the brink. Sawyer has rested all his hope on this frail but formidable woman, the only living link to the legendary Oscar. If he's right, if she can fill in the blanks in his research, perhaps he can complete his thesis and begin a new chapter in his life. But the links Honoree makes are not ones he's expecting. Piece by piece, Honoree reveals her past and her secrets while Sawyer fights tooth and nail to keep his. It's a story of courage and ambition, hot jazz, illicit passions, and it's past meets present for Honoree. It's a final chance to be truly heard and seen before it's too late, no matter the cost. So just looking at this cover, it gave me Josephine Baker vibes. I love Josephine Baker. I love her story. I love the history of her. I love just how she was and how she was like not scared to be herself back in the day. I think it was in the 20s too. So this gave Josephine Baker vibes and I'm reading it. Then I have the final book in the Meant to Be series by Megan Quinn. Y'all know I love some Megan Quinn, and so I had to get the third book in that series. Like I said before in other videos, this story follows 3 brothers, and this is the third brother story. Which one is this? I think this is Breaker. Yeah, this is Breaker Kane. This is billionaire rom-com type of read. It's always spicy, and I can't wait to finish up this series. Then I have Shanora Williams, Beautiful Broken Love. This is her newest release. I think I've read a book, The Wife, before by her, and it was a thriller. I don't know if this is like her first romance. I think she primarily writes thrillers, and sometimes when an author writes a specific genre and they go off into another genre, I really want to pick it up to see like how their writing switches it up. Like Geneva Rose, she's primarily thriller, but she did write a rom-com that I really enjoyed. You know what I mean? And I almost like that rom-com better than I did some of her thrillers. Not The Perfect Marriage, that will always be my favorite by her, but I like to see it switched up. So this is 2 Loves, 1 Lifetime. It's been months since her dreams of forever were brutally shattered. 7 long months since her husband and soulmate Lou died in her arms, leaving her to carry on alone. And Davina Klein-Roberts still isn't sure how to move forward. To escape her anguish, Davina throws everything into work, pushing Golden Oil Company, her self-built skincare line, to become a viral success. Now she's poised to clinch a major endorsement deal too, but it's bittersweet without Lou by her side. A meeting with Deke Bishop, the hot NBA star he's courting for her brand, leaves Davina flustered. With his dimpled smile and warm handshake, Deke's a natural pitchman. And he's clearly interested, not only in her lotions. I want to see what kind of trouble she's about to get in. So it seems like a really good romance. I don't know if it's going to be spicy. I have no idea, but I can't wait to get into this. Then I have another one that I found again on Goodreads. They have been really recommending like so many books that I've never heard of, and then I'll go to like read about it, look at the reviews, see how much it is on Amazon, and then go from there. So this is a author I've literally never heard of, Rita A. Gordon. This one is called 7 Days in Seattle. One Night Wasn't Enough. I believe she's going to have like 1 week out of town in Seattle no strings attached relationship with the guy, and obviously you know how that goes. The chemistry is going to be just so good that they're not going to be able to let go of each other. I just want to see how all of that is going to unfold. It's a lot on the back, so I won't read all that, but the little blurb says 1 week, no strings, no names, no feelings. What can go wrong? Probably a lot, but I can't wait. And it says, I want to say it's a second, this is a series, because I did see a second one to this, and like I said, I believe it's a series. I don't know if just the covers look very similar, but I believe it's a series. But I didn't want to get both because I never buy a series, like multiple books in a series at one time. So I always like to kind of get them book by book to see if I'm even going to be invested in this series by, like, say the second book. Then we can start buying maybe like 2 or something, but usually I only buy 1 at a time. So I will let you know if this is good enough to buy the second one. And then my last book, I have Pictures of You by Emma Gray. This is, I don't even know how I found this book. I don't really know. I know I saw it in Target, but before I saw it in Target, I know I saw it. I don't even know if it was Goodreads. It might have been TikTok. I'm really not sure, but I'll read a little bit. What would you do if you can start over? Imagine having a second chance with the one you never forgot. Evie's husband should be grieving her dead husband, but since the car crash that claimed his life and landed her in the hospital, she can't remember him at all. The only person who can help her piece her past together is her high school best friend, Drew Kennedy. When snippets of her memory start falling into place, Evie wonders exactly how she ended up in a life that couldn't be further from the one she dreamed of. This time around, she's seeing all the things she missed and the life she gets to choose again. I don't think I've ever read a book outside of like what I was just talking about, that Geneva Rose book, It's a Date Again, where anybody has like amnesia and has to like try to recover all the memories they lost, as well as like forming a whole new life. And that's what it looks like is going to happen. Looks like she was married, obviously. She gets in this accident with her husband. He passes away, and she's going to try to remember things, but I don't know if she's going to end up like falling in love with somebody else. Well, obviously, yeah, I just read that, right? I really want to see how this is going to pan out. If her memories come back, if she just forgets everything, what life she forms for herself now. So, okay. So, how many books was this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So, I got 13 books in this haul. So, did I need any more? You already know the answer to that. So these are all the books that I got in this book haul, 13 books. I didn't need them, but I got them. So here we are. And I hope you guys got some recommendations out of this. Hope you guys see some that you liked and you might want to pick up. This is the first of many, I'm sure, because you know how I do. I'm always somewhere trying to buy a book. After I did this book haul, there was still so many more that I wanted, but I didn't get them. So here we are. Hope you enjoy. I'll see you on the next one.